Welcome. This is Paula Chafee-Scardamelia of DefiningTheMuse.com with your Monday Tarot message from the Muse for the week of August 3rd. And your theme for the week is the Two of Coins. Coins is the element of earth in the realm of home, health, and wealth. Anything you can touch, taste, or feel. The physical realm, the body, the earth. So you can see here that the Fool is riding on this bicycle over water, which is something of a contradiction because we're in the sign of earth. But here he has these two coins that he's holding, and the one he's focused on has the sign of Capricorn. The one in his other arm is Jupiter. So the Capricorn is all about business and structure and taking care of the things that provide structure and foundation, especially in a creative work and a creative business. So when you focus on the structure, the details of that structure, things like finances and budgets and resources, then what happens is you get the big reward. Jupiter is the big benefic, and it brings you good things generally. So, riding across, stirring up the waters, stirring up the creative emotions a little bit while focusing on the business then brings you the creative rewards this week. The focus is not so cheerful looking. Here we have the soldier, the warrior standing. He's got 3 swords in his belt. He's got a sword in each hand, shields on the ground in front of him, fire perhaps burning behind him. Swords is the element of air in the realm of mind, thoughts, attitudes, beliefs, and communication. And we had a 5 in the the theme position recently. 5 is a number of challenge, conflict, and so forth in the tarot. It's that midpoint between 1 through 10 where you really have to kind of take a stand. So your focus this week is on what are the mental battles, what are the verbal battles you're going to pick. In our creative work, we have to decide, are we going to fight, stand up and say something about rejections? Are we going to make an issue out of it? Or are we going to turn our attention and energy into writing, into creating? It's also, are we going to get caught up in everybody else's mental battles this week? Or are we going to focus on our work? Then the action is another sword. This is the 7 of Swords. Here you can see the thief in the night coming in through the window. He's got 5 swords in his pack, 2 again on the wall. We have a full moon behind us. Today is the full moon in Leo, the Aquarius full moon. We have the magpie with the sign of Aquarius on it, interestingly. So today and this week, think about the action you need to take to stop the sabotage of your confidence and acuity in your creative work. Sometimes we let people come in with their words and their thoughts and attitudes and undermine us, undermine our work, undermine our willingness to reach out with our creativity into the world. The sign of Aquarius, serving the world with our work. And then finally the 3rd sword. So it's all about communication and mind this week. We start with a 2, we end with a 2. 2 is often a number of choice, decision, partnership, and it can be like pros and cons, or me against you and things like that. But here we have the sign of Libra. Libra's about balance and about relationship. Down here we have another full moon. You can see this figure holding the 2 swords in either hand. We've had the 2 swords on the wall, the 2 swords in the hands of the warrior, and here we have the 2 swords again. There can be balance, and when we're trying to make the choice and a decision, we can receive the gift of trusting our intuition and trusting the relationships we've developed with our creativity. So it's really that gift of being able to tune into our intuition and not get caught up in that back and forth kind of mental exercise. So as we look at the story for the week, this is really interesting. We have the full moon in the sign of Leo, but it's an Aquarius full moon. It's an uncomfortable one this week because of things going on with the other planets. But we start the week off looking at the theme, which is a 2, the 2 of Coins. Partnership and balance, choice and decision. And sometimes when we want to look at something that's seems like it's going to give the big reward, what we need to focus on are how does it affect the structure? What does it do in terms of budget and finances and resources? So really this week it's focusing on these things if we want the big reward. And then we're going to, paying that attention. Then we're going to focus on the question of what's the battle we really want to fight this week, verbally and mentally. Do we want to fight all the little battles out there, or do we want to get to our work? That's the battle, drawing the line and being able to get to our work. And then take action. Stop the sabotage, close the window, lock the door, think about how our work serves the world, keep our confidence and acuity in our creative work. And then finally, we receive the gift when we do that of bringing some balance into our relationship with our work and being able to trust our intuition at this time of the full moon. And this is Paula Chafee-Scardomalia, diviningthemuse.com, wishing you divine musings.